Yo, what's up guys, it's ApTreX here. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at a brand new version of Winlator Android, which is known as Winlator 8.5 update. But this is not the official update from Winlator team. It is from a fork version of Winlator known as Winlator WB64. If you guys have heard about this emulator, then you know that it is also considered as the light version of Winlator Android, which is suitable to emulate games on low-end Android devices. In today's video, we'll be testing it out and seeing how well does it actually work on my low-end Android device, which only has a Snapdragon 4 Gen 1 processor along with that 2.3 GB of available RAM. With that being said, on the official GitHub page of Winlator WB64, you can see that it is known as Winlator 8.5.5 up, where you guys can check out updated Wine environment. So it is running the latest Wine version along with that latest Box64 version to support RPCS3 emulator. If you guys know, then RPCS3 recently got an ARM64 build. Nonetheless, updated Mesa Turnip drivers, updated dynamic forward and fast rounding, updated DXVK asynchronous, and lot of internal stuff including aspect ratio 20:9 has also been added, fixed device memory limit, fixed frame rate, added enable FIFO configuration for smoother gaming experience, added GPU variable Adreno 830, which means I think it might be supported for Snapdragon 8 Elite processors as well, but I doubt it because there are no official drivers, fixed audio in some application, reduced RAM usage, and hence why it is known as optimized or light version of Winlator Android. So here we go guys, I have added the latest Winlator WB64 on my Android device. Let's open it and start setting it up right away. Let's tap on the allow button, and once again, as I mentioned before, this is a fork version of Winlator Android with lot of additional features and improvements in terms of performance. The minimum requirement will be also just like Winlator, so Android version 10 or above and a Snapdragon 4 Gen 1 processor or above. Well, here we go, the setup has been completed. Let's tap on the three lines, afterwards go to settings, and here select the custom Box64 version, which is the latest version. Afterwards scroll down, let's set the performance preset. The developer has also added some text related to settings. For example, stability will let you play Unity games on Android. Anyways, in terms of Wine version, we are using Wine 9.2 custom build. Afterwards we'll just go and tap on the tick mark button, and here I also noticed the Winlator WB64 logo. Nonetheless, let's create a new container, and I am specially using my low-end device for today's testing because I want to see how well does it actually work. No point of testing all emulators on a high-end device. We'll go with 800 by 600 resolution, graphics driver as Turnip, and in terms of Turnip we have 25.0.0. Let's enable this. We also have virtual support, which means Mali GPU or unsupported Snapdragon processor users can also use it. In terms of DX wrapper, DXVK, and let's take a look at all the DXVK versions. So we have 2.4 by default. We also got 1.10.3. Unfortunately, it does not have older DXVK wrappers. That would have been quite useful. We get 2.5.1 HDR async as well as 2.5.1.2. So we'll go with DXVK latest version. Afterwards, let's go to video memory size, and you can set it all the way up to 16 GB. Not recommended, we'll go with 8 GB, even though this device only has about 2 GB of free memory. Nonetheless, afterwards we'll go to advanced settings, and here this is one thing which I immediately like. Box64 preset is by default set as the global preset which we selected. It saves lot of time, so we'll go with startup selection as aggressive, Windows version as Windows 7. All processor affinities have been tick marked. For 32-bit apps, only 4 to 7. CPU should be tick marked for high performance. Anyways, once that has been done, we'll just go and choose audio driver as Pulse Audio, and that's about it for the configuration of Winlator WB64's container. Now we'll just go and tap on the play button and start up our container to see how well does it actually work. Well, here we go, our Winlator has successfully started, and recently I have taken a liking to lot of these fork versions of Windows emulators. Each of them have unique features like Winlator Ajay has Steam inbuilt, Winlator C mode has a new display layout, Winlator Frost has inbuilt touch controls, and so on. So you can definitely try out all these versions of Winlator forks, but only the official versions, no unofficial version. We only get 2 input touch controls. Alright, and here we go, let's tap on the start menu. Let's see if there are any additional stuff that have been provided. Well, no, it only consists of system tool as well as programs. So I think we can directly start testing out games in this Windows emulator for Android. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to test out games like GTA 5 as well in this emulator, or any other PC game like Red Dead Redemption, or you can let me know in the comment section down below. Well, for today's video, I'll be directly testing out Grand Theft Auto 4 on my low-end Android device. It should definitely work. If it doesn't work, then this emulator is a huge L. So I have launched GTA 4 on my Android device. So here in Task Manager, I am seeing that the emulator has forced stop. Well, I think the game is not going to work with the latest DX wrapper or at least graphics driver. First of all, let's try setting it to 2.4 DXVK configuration and see if it boots this time. And still guys, unfortunately, as you will be able to see, Grand Theft Auto 4 is not booting, which means it might be an issue of the graphics driver. Change the graphics driver to 24.3.0 and also enable show FPS option. And here we go guys, this time you will be able to see that Grand Theft Auto 4 has successfully booted. So unfortunately it does not work with the latest 25.0.0 graphics driver. Well, nonetheless, let me just go ahead and enable virtual gamepad, and I am just seeing an white screen. It's like I have been flashbanged. And here we go guys, our game has successfully started. You will be able to see the version of graphics driver that I am using, along with that the FPS bar at the top left corner. Here we go, Grand Theft Auto 4, let's enable virtual gamepads and also start the game. Now I have already imported the FIFO configuration to get better FPS in game, so let's see if it actually works or not. But before starting the game, I'd like to decrease the graphics quality by changing each of the following settings and making sure to set everything to low. Now let's directly tap on the start button and jump right into GTA 4's gameplay test inside this Winlator WB64 emulator. Now as it is not the fork version of Winlator Gta, I am not expecting high amount of FPS from this emulator, to be honest. The last time we tested it out on C mode Gta, I believe the best performing Windows emulator for Android, I was getting anywhere from 15 to 25 FPS while emulating this game on the same Android device. And here we go guys, looks like the game is about to start. I waited for about a minute until the game actually started. Let's just go ahead and skip the first cutscene by tapping on the A button, and here we go, we have the loading screen. Well, alright, the game has successfully started. As you guys will be able to see, we are about to try out GTA 4 inside our low-end Android device, and once again we are actually seeing very decent FPS at the top left corner. Now let me increase the brightness of my Android device so you guys will be able to see a bit better. Just take a look at this, we are emulating GTA 4, I would say very smoothly on a low-end Android device inside this emulator. I am not really sure if it is because of the FIFO fix that I imported, or is it just the emulator running it properly without any issues. It is quite literally giving me Winlator Gta amount of performance in the normal non-Gta version of Winlator Android. I believe that it is something special to take note of. Anyways though, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on all notification as I upload similar videos on my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, peace out.